we will first discuss the gender equality in general, and then we will take the topic, the disparity between North India and South India. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Audible,
Yes,
sir. Audible.
sir.
Thank you. ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಯೂಶಲಿ why we always gender equality, when we talk about gender equality, we can directly see some kind of disparity, some kind of lopsided development, or there's a clear-cut division between North India and South India. Look at the picture itself will give you the meaning. How South Indian women have freedom, liberty compared to their northern counterparts. The culture and even the historical background, the religious sentiments, all these work in deciding the gender equality. But of course, there is a clear rift, clear-cut demarcation between South Indian and North Indian women. Suppose even if I ask you to mention one or two reasons for this disparity, you definitely will come out with some sound answers. Next. The slide says North India is not so good for women. Do you agree, dear participants? Do you agree with this question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anybody from North India in the participant side? Anybody from North India like UP, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana? You can unmute and give your comment. Why it's a established fact that why North India is not so safe or not so good for women when we compare to the South Indians. Anyhow, I'll get back to the point. No doubt the gender equality in terms of ranks, in terms of status, when we talk about the South, the status of women in India compared to other South Asian countries like Bangladesh, like Nepal, like Pakistan, like Sri Lanka, we are, of course, we are better off. We have some data. I'll show it to you in the coming slides. But when we compare to the Western society, like US, Canada, UK, France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Norway, we much degraded in this aspect because they are way ahead. They are far ahead in gender equality, the Western society. Now let us define it now. The gender equality is not only a fundamental human right, but a necessary foundation for a peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable world. And this gender equality should start from our home, from our community, from our society, from our locality. It should start. It should not be a global concept. First, we know what we say, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, Vishwavandhu Kutumba. From that point of view, if you think, yes, gender equality is a must for the progress of the society, for the good health of the society. Women and girls represent half of the world population. We all know that. If you take up the sex ratio of the world, for every 1,000 males, it is 1,007 females we have. Global average. For every 1,000 males, we have 1,007 to 13 women. More number of women than men globally. Suppose if you compare it to the China, India, and other Middle Eastern, Far Eastern countries, South Asian countries, of course, men are more than females. But in general, they are more. That means we have to treat equally, and inequality has to be eliminated for the good society, for the progress of the society. Equal rights and opportunities for girls and boys help children to fulfill their potential. Means to say, if you provide gender equality at the elementary level, at the primary level, the society will definitely flourish, cherish, improve in a good condition, in a good atmosphere. That should start from the elementary level. A boy and girl should not be discriminated, and this principle should be started at home level, at our home. Then only we can develop, we can improve. So, see the famous quotation given by Mr. Mandela. He says, freedom cannot be achieved unless women have been emancipated from all kinds of oppression. So, there is an inner meaning in this quote. There is an inner meaning, and there is a kind of warning he is giving, a kind of suggestion he is giving. The women must be emancipated from all kinds of oppression. Then only you can see an egalitarian society, a society where all are equals. All are equals. And in the middle, if you find any kind of a comment, if you want to pass it, if you want to raise any question, you are free to do so. I will always encourage your, comments or your addition for my presentation. On an average, women in the labor market still, even today, earn 23% less than men. See, with the data I'm telling, globally, and women spend about 3 times as many hours in unpaid domestic and care work as men. Look at it. 3 times they work more, but 23% less they earn. No doubt. You are all professors, you are getting equal pay. I'm not coming that way. But in general, whether in case of domestic or even in some of the industrial society or even the societies of less developed countries like Africa, Latin America, and Middle Eastern countries, still women earn 23% less than men. Then in what way you can say our society has gender equality? No, no way. And look at the literacy rate in India. The blue color represents the rural and the pink color represents urban. See the gap. See the gap. It's a huge gap. Even the literacy level, we have not been able to. No doubt the data is 2011 census, almost 15 years old. But still, even if we make a census in 2025, this rate may be marginally increased. Might have increased marginally, but not more than that. Still, many more attempts to be done to equalize the literacy rate between male and female, both in urban and rural areas. For your reference, I have put this slide of United States Society of Male-Dominated Nature. Look at it. Let me move my cursor. See, in 1900, Married Women's Property Acts in every state was passed in US. US got independence in 1776. In the 18th century, they got it. And look at this. In 1920, the white women got the right to vote. In 1963, US government passed an act called Equal Pay Act. Look at it. Even in the Western world, the gender inequality are treating women and men differently is being noticed even in the 20th century. Thank God, in Indian case, from the inception of our Constitution 1950, we have Equal Pay Act. Thank God. Observe this. Observe madidana. The darker the color, less will be the participation. Lighter the color, more will be the participation. See the index. See the index. India is coming under 10 to 19% of parliament female participation as ministers, not as a MPs or not as a legislature, not as a policymakers. As a minister, I'm talking about as a maybe state ministers or cabinet minister or minister with independent charge. Look at this. Even America is way behind. Look at Canada, it's good. Look at Australia, it's good. Even New Zealand, we don't have data, but Argentina, there are some countries where participation of women is much, much, much more compared to India. And even in the Arab countries, almost the percentage of women participation in government level is very, very less, very, very less. Even in China, even Japan. So that's why I wanted to discuss within a general term so that you get a better picture while going to when we discuss between North India and South India. So what progress has been made for girls and young women? See the comparison between 95 and 2020. It's 25 years. 67% life expectancy at birth for girls. Now we have been improved to 75%. It's a good number. It's a good progress. It's a good progress. Life expectancy at birth. What about second one? Number of girls out of school. Out of school means dropouts. I'm talking about dropouts. Look at it. In 1995, 65 million at primary level. Now we have just 32. Improvement. Lower secondary, 52 million dropouts. Now it is just 30 million. It's a very good improvement again. Very good improvement. And coming to this upper secondary, it was 91 million in 1995. Now we have been reduced to 67 million. Though the number is not encouraging, still the progress is going on. Overall, look at the female youth literacy. 90%. 90%. It's good progress. Again, it's good progress. See the child marriage. 95, 2020. 1 in 4 in 95 and 1 in 5. 280,000 girl got married aged between 10 to 19. Now been reduced to 140,000. So progress is going on at the global level. Progress is going on at the global level. Thanks to UNICEF, thanks to UNO, thanks to other global organizations, which are doing wonderful job in reducing the disparity. And even see the HIV infections. See the HIV infections. So keep observing this because it will be useful when we take up the discussion at the national level. Now I'm talking about the global level. Just keep observing the slides. When we discuss at the national level, I may need your inputs. See, sexual violence and exploitation, the unequal divisions of unpaid care and domestic work, and discrimination in public office all remain huge barriers. So that means to say this discrimination has not completely wiped out, has not been totally eliminated. Still it persists. So many more attempts to be done, many more reforms to be taken up to maintain the gender equality. See, 70% of health and social workers globally are women. Then what kind of equality we are maintaining, having taken the service? See now, see this slide. Why should gender equality matters to me?
Recording.
See the question. Why should gender equality matter to me? Regardless of where you live in, gender equality is a fundamental human right. Advancing gender equality is critical to all areas of healthy society, from reducing poverty to promoting the health education, protection, and the well-being of girls and boys. So definitely it is a matter to me. Gender equality should matter to us. Then only you can have a healthy society. Then you have a society of well-being. See this, it's ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಾಗೆ observe ಮಾಡಿ. Kindly observe this table and see the Indian case. Only 14 countries have full equal rights for women. 23 data, the most recent data I'm giving. Out of 196 countries at global level, only 14 countries have full equal rights to women. Imagine. Even the so-called US, the big brother, is able to give 91%, only 90%. UK, 97%. India, 74%. China, 78%. Japan, 78%. So that means to say, this gender equality and discrimination is a global problem. It's not a national problem or a regional problem. Every country should come out with a good reforms, make the society an egalitarian society. Now, an important aspect I would like to discuss with you is the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals and Gender Equality. Observe the slide. See, women hold only 12% of the seats in Lok Sabha, but 46% of Panchayat Raj institution because of women quota, because of women reservation. See, child sex ratio, observe the child sex ratio. For every 1,000 boys, only 918 girls. See, women workforce only 27%. See here, 1 in 3 women have experienced some form of physical or sexual violence in their lifetimes. This is the Indian case. Be careful. Though the STG is a global formation, I'm talking about Indian case because see here, I've written here in India, it's an Indian case. Imagine our women representation in Lok Sabha is just 12%. All the successive government and present government has failed to give equal representation to women, but only the positive note is by 2028-29 election, the government of India has assured the 33% reservation for women, and it will be implemented in the coming election, general election of Lok Sabha. See now, let me talk about the North Indian, South Indian case. Women empowerment. Look at observe the index. Before jumping to any conclusion, observe the index. Less than almost 0.5%. North Indian state like Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, and Tripura have less than 50%, less than 0.5%. Women empowerment index. In that way, the Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Goa, and Chhattisgarh, Sikkim, they are doing fairly well. Karnataka, we are in a moderate level. Ours is 0.61. It's an index parameter showing the women empowerment in India, and the data is based on 2020 NGO research, based on NGO research. Observe again this, have a close watch, have a keen watch. Northwest India, women are much more constrained. Child sex ratio I'm talking about. Darker color, better sex ratio. Lighter color, worse sex ratio. Punjab, Haryana, no, not at all. Between 850 to 830, not so encouraging. Not so encouraging. Observe this. Have a keen watch. Now, mothers who want more sons than daughters. A survey was done asking mothers whether you would like to have girl child or a boy child, and see the data. See the data. Even in Karnataka, around 11% mothers want sons over daughter. National average 18.8. Mothers, no, if the fathers had asked, there might be a reason. But even being a woman, being mothers, they also prefer boy child over girl child. And it is in UP and Bihar, it's quite high, almost double the national average. Almost double the national average. You have to think in a different dimension. This will take you to the different direction. Now, the question is, mother who want more daughters than sons. It's only in Meghalaya and Mizoram, mothers have told we want daughters than sons. To some extent in Tamil Nadu. To some extent, Tamil Nadu. Karnataka also fairly good. But northern states, Gujarat, see Rajasthan, just 1.2. Just 1.2. Everybody want a boy child. Putra Vyamoha. See, working women in India have a close watch this. See, at the end of my session, I'll be submitting around 6 to 8 questions based on today's lecture. And at the end of your course, you may get some test. So be careful, don't take it lightly, this presentation. My questions will be based on these slides, based on these slides, or based on the presentation which I'm giving. So have a keen watch, be serious, and don't take it lightly. I am going to, because this presentation will be given to you, but at the end of the course, not now. But in the test, questions will be asked based on our lecture, based on our presentation. That's why better to watch it keenly, better to watch it with full of focus. See the working women. See the percentage of working women. Can anybody unmute and tell what is the percentage of working women in Himachal Pradesh? Is
72%.
Is it good? Is it good? Is it moderate, or is it bad, or worst?
Good, sir.
Comparatively good.
Extremely good. Extremely good. Look at it. Being a hilly state. And look at Sikkim. Look at Sikkim. 68%. When national average is 38%, almost double, more than double. More than double. Karnataka, no doubt, we are more than national average, but not up to the mark. Not up to the mark. not up to the mark. Telangana is much better. Andhra is much better compared to us. Compared to us, they are far better. Observe it. Assam, very alarming. Delhi, very alarming. See, Delhi being a completely urbanized state, still they lag behind. This is Dadar, Nagar Haveli, Dayu and Daman. DNHDD is Dadar, Nagar Haveli, Dayu and Daman. Observe now. Observe now. How many Bharat Ratnas for women? Can anybody unmute and tell? So far, how many Bharat Ratnas for women?
4.
4, sir.
Only 4. Only 4. Only 4. Supreme Court judge. Look at this. The Constitution.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Two.
The Constitution positions the status of Indian women.
Does the not listen?
Now give me your positive judgment, or give me your opinion whether India is maintaining the gender equality or inequality. Come on, tell me.
Not maintaining, sir.
Not at all maintaining. Yes.
Yes.
Not at all maintaining. Not at all maintaining.
No, sir, it is not maintaining the gender.
Yes,
equality.
yes. See, 0 vice presidents. 0 vice.
The data which you have provided is totally opposite.
That's what. Look at it.
The number of women's participation is about negligible.
Very, very much negligible. See, Chief Justice of India, 0. Deputy Prime Minister, 0. Vice President, 0. President of India, of course, including Marmu, we have 2. We have 2.
This equality is only dependent on the chart paper, online courses, and this and that. In platform, these are not
Exactly. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely.
Particularly in Jharkhand, we are from Jharkhand, the condition is totally awkward.
Yeah. Even I have a special case of Jharkhand I have studied. Anyhow, I'm going to share it in the future slides. No, Jharkhand is not encouraging at all. Not encouraging at all. Very lopsided society. Very lopsided. Still, they want their girls and women to be under the parda system. I'm not happy with the way the Jharkhand is treating the women. I agree, totally agree. And now come to the armed forces. Observe this. Observe this data. How the women are represented in armed forces. Army, Air Force and Navy. Observe. Have a keen watch. Then we'll take up the discussion. Not even a percent. In the reserve personnel, active personnel, look at the active personnel. Not even 1, not even a percent. See, look at the Indian Air Force. Look at Indian Navy. Where we are going, where we are heading, when to maintain the equality, and what way women are inferior, I don't understand. No, I don't have any answer for this inequality. And for the past 75 years have passed, 77 years have passed. Now, still we are dwindling, still we are searching to maintain the equality. At least, okay, forget about 50-50. At least close to 50%. No, very discouraging, very discouraging. You have to take it seriously, my dear participants. See now, it's far better for the past, at least for the past 5-6 years. It's a bit encouraging, For the past 5-6 years, the number is somewhere. It's particularly it's maintaining some sort of development. Look at this. Idhan observe ಮಾಡಿ. Have an observe Keen observation. Chief Minister since independence. More than 10 states never had women chief ministers. More than 10 states have never had, including Karnataka, including Kerala. And some of the chief ministers accidentally they have become. Not by choice. Not by choice. By chance. By chance. So in this case, there is no difference between North India and South India. There is no Punjab. Now in Haryana, they never had. Never had. And at present, look at this. Look at this map. At present, out of 28 states, we have only one state with a lady chief minister. Only one state. Not so encouraging. You have to introspect. We, including myself, the women are not represented properly, judiciously. Somewhere we are going wrong. Our society is going wrong. Not only Indian society as such, even at the global level. At the global level. Now see that percentage of women in police force. The data is very recent. 2020, the data. See, Bihar 25%. Don't be happy because police in Bihar it is showing only for constables, not higher ups. Only in case of the police force. South India is also Tamil Nadu, excluding Tamil Nadu, we are not good in providing or inducting women into the police force. Look at the national average is just 10%. National average is 10%. Karnataka is way behind the national average. Madhya Pradesh just 6%. It's meager Madhya Pradesh. How to overcome this problem? How to solve? You have to give some solutions. Keep noting and just note down these points. At the end of the session, we'll take some questions from you, or some of the questions will be asked by myself to you. Take a note of it. Take a note of it. Land ownership. Let us talk about the land ownership. The national average is 13%. In this case, southern part is much better compared to the northern part. In Punjab, just 1%, 1.6% land ownership. Just 1.6%. Andhra, much better, 30%. Almost 3 times higher than national average. Karnataka, 20%. West Bengal, mere 3%. And the lady chief minister is ruling for more than 15 years. The lady chief minister is ruling West Bengal more than 15 years. Still, the condition has not improved. Now let us take the Indian case. Why women are better off living in South compared to the counterpart of North India. We have moved 30 slides now. We have moved so far 30 slides. Is there any kind of let me move. Then at the end of the session, I'll take up some questions. When we talk about North or South, there is a clear-cut demarcation. There's a clear-cut division, North and South. But in some cases, we say North India, Western part India, Eastern India, South India. And in further clarification, we say Central India, North India, Northeast India, East India, or South India. Look at it, how we define. Goa is treated as western part of India. Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana or North India. Gujarat and Maharashtra are western India. Orissa, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal are treated as eastern India. And all the 7 sisters are treated as northeastern states. If you know first clearly this demarcation, then it will be easy to understand. Observe this slide now. For example, women in South India are more highly educated, live longer, have a higher sex ratio, get married later, have lower crime rates, have more control over resources, have more freedom of movement and communication, have a smaller difference in literacy rate between men and women. How many of them you agree and how many of them you disagree about this particular slide? Do you have any questions about this slide? I'm giving about South Indian picture here before going to North India. Do you have any doubt or any kind of dispute? Yes? Any kind of comment you want to pass it on about this particular slide? Do you agree South Indians women have lower crime rates compared to North India? Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, definitely yes. And even marriage age, North Indian girls get married at the early age compared to South Indians. Do you agree?
Yes, sir. Agree.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Even the life expectancy is much, much better of South Indian women compared to the northern part. Okay. Women in South India have a better socio-economic outcomes. They have more freedom. They have more freedom. Now comes Dr. Alice Evans from King's College London, dived in recently armed with data to show women in South India with the exact same household wealth, caste, and religion as her North Indian counterpart will likely to have more autonomy, whether it is in education, marriage, or ownership of assets. She is a researcher, Alice Evans. She has done a wonderful research. And let us dive into this research and get some data. According to Evans, South Indian women are more likely to survive infancy, more likely to get educated, more likely to marry later, more likely to choose their life partners independently, more likely to bear fewer children compared to their counterpart, North Indians, more likely to exercise more control over their dowry, and they have more likely to socialize with friends, move more freely in their communities. Now let us comment on this. According to Evans, his observation has been numbered into 6 to 7 points. Come on, unmute and tell me in which point, in which factor you want to debate. Or you want to
Sir, dowry system, South is more, I think.
You think?
Just for ornamentals and
Your
all.
good name? Your good name. Can you introduce yourself?
Manoj Kumar,
From you are from
Maharashtra, sir.
Maharashtra. Okay, you may be having a wrong notion, Mr. Manoj.
Ji, sir.
You may be having a wrong notion because in South India, it's a research based on the field studies done by Evans from London. We have a data I can share with you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I can share with you when he went door-to-door survey in North India, particularly Western UP, Punjab, Haryana, they had more dowry incidents compared to South. Of course, There was a problem in South India in early 70s and 80s. Definitely, I agree. But now it has totally changed. Now it is totally changed. We don't have much problem with the dowry in Tamil Nadu, Kerala. No, Kerala, the problem doesn't arise because that is a matrimonial.
Just Telangana or Andhra Pradesh. That's
Maybe a fewer incidents, but on a large scale, as a whole, we don't have such
near
problems.
to the man.
Yeah, we don't have such problems.
Thank
Now
you,
let
sir.
us- yeah, okay. Now the reasons are complex. Dr. Evans, she attributes North's poor treatment of women to variety of factions, including. Now she tries to give reasons for this disparity between North India and South India. Now she tries to elicit some of the hidden reasons to substantiate her research. See, one is a legacy of wheat cultivation. How do you relate wheat cultivation with the gender inequality? Anybody? So she is saying because of wheat cultivation, there is gender disparity. Because of wheat cultivation, there is a discrimination between men and women is more in North India, less in South India. Can you add some points? Any participants by unmuting? In what way wheat cultivation leads to gender discrimination? Gender discrimination. How do you relate? Anybody? Come on. Are you not getting? Okay, no problem. I will explain. See, paddy cultivation is much more labor oriented compared to wheat. Let me, I'll come back to you. See this image. What's happening here? What's happening here? Can anybody tell me?
Planting paddy.
Transplantation is going on. Transplantation is going on. So the transplanters are dominated by women. You cannot find a single male laborer here. You cannot find a single male laborer here. In all stage, even weeding, removing weeds and transplantation, the women labor force dominates, whether it's in Andhra or Karnataka or Tamil Nadu, dominates. And they're inseparable from the transplantation process. You cannot imagine the paddy cultivation ranging from transplantation, weeding, cutting, processing, winnowing, packaging. In all stages, women are inseparable. They are the bread earners and they are the main labor force. They have their own organizations. They have their own clubs. They have established their own clubs and they dominate. Now tell me, in what way the wheat cultivation and paddy cultivation is responsible for gender equality and inequality? You got the picture now? You got the answer? See now, this map shows the wheat cultivation, the area of wheat cultivation, wheat suitability. Totally dominated, I'm talking about. It doesn't mean that no wheat is cultivated in Gujarat or Rajasthan or Maharashtra or Madhya Pradesh. Wheat is grown. Here, extensive growth of wheat cultivation. So naturally it happens. Okay. Now, the second point is farming as a dominant occupation. See, farming as a dominant occupation. Wherever you have farming, the participation of women is less. Exception is paddy. What about third one? Can you briefly explain the third point? Unmute and tell. What is the third one? Anybody? What do you mean by pastoralism? Pastoralism means nothing but animal husbandry, particularly sheep rearing, goat rearing, pastoralism. So here, male dominates. Women have least role to play. So that's why a clear-cut rift between North India and South India when it comes to gender equality. And even see the seventh point, foreign invasion. Foreign invasion. Because of foreign invasion, the women did not get much attention. Women did not get good freedom. They were restricted to house by either by parda or dupatta or burqa in North India compared to South. See this. See this. Even she also traces control over women's sexuality through pastoralism, which was historically pervasive across Northwest India and pastoral societies. Men take the herd to pasture and leave for a few days, searching for new pastures. If men cannot observe women's whereabouts, they may worry about paternity and try to control female sexuality. The availability and non-availability also matters a lot. That is why the pastoral society always prefers son, because they want to take care of the occupation after the departure of father. Islamic rule increased gender segregation. When there was an invasion from Afghanistan, when there was an invasion from the present Iran, means Persia, definitely there was complete segregation. During Islamic rule, North Indian society became more gender segregated. Since the ruling class practiced parda, it came to signify status. Upwardly mobile families followed suit to symbolize the respectability in an age of insecurity. So they historically also lot ways invasion increases segregation, whereas South India was not having such problems. South India did not face any kind of foreign aggression through Khyber or through Bolan or through any northern and northwestern countries. That's historically also it signifies. Why do women in South India have more freedom than their northern sisters? Going back in 1800, 90% of recorded sati cases occurred in Bengal, with far fewer in Madras and Bombay. When Madras was ravaged by famine, sex ratios remained even, but in Punjab famine, little girls died disproportionately. So it's clearly visible with the data that taking care of girl child in South is comparatively good than North India. In 1880, girls in Kerala and Karnataka married at the age of 15 or 16, whereas Rajasthan took another century to catch up. Even today, if you go to Western Rajasthan, UP, and Chhattisgarh, we can notice the child marriage. Even today. See the sex ratio of 2011 census. Lighter color, good sex ratio. It is beyond any doubt that it is 0 to 1 age, girls. Not so encouraging. See the dowry death. Mr. Manoj, can you hear me, Mr. Manoj from Maharashtra?
Yes, sir.
See the map and get the clarification and conclusion. It is 2022 data.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, it's North India, which is really hurting a lot. In that way, Gujarat and Himachal, they're extremely good. Even Goa. So gender equality, definitely South India are performing much better. See the literacy, male, female, urban and rural. Urban is way ahead. Even very backward. See the blue line. Not so encouraging. Since this map is represented by Westerners, they are showing distorted Jammu Kashmir. So nothing to worry about that, because it's not the map taken by Government of India, or it's not a map used by the Indian publishers. This particular map has been taken from the UK, and they always treat the Kashmir part as a disputed area. And let us not worry about that, because it is the propaganda is that the Indian occupied Kashmir, Pakistan occupied Kashmir, they show it. No, I don't bother about much about that, because my concentration is to women. What is the liberty they have to choose while choosing their husband? See, South India is doing extremely good. South India. Sex ratio, too good in South India, too good. Look at Punjab and Haryana. Very discouraging, very much discouraging. See the percentage of women who say men must eat first. Men eat first. See here, North Indian case. Maharashtra, Gujarat, don't bother. We will eat if they come in time. If they don't come, we will eat later. They will. These are all the society, psychology plays a role in deciding the equality. Urban female labor force, urban rural labor force. Look at it. See Andhra, see Chhattisgarh. No representation with Bihar, UP, Uttaranchal. Percentage of women expecting sons alone to support them in old age. Majority, 70 to 100% women say the son should take care of them at old age. That means to say that women are not treated. The parents are not happy with their girl child. And this is something really disturbing. Even at the 21st century, women protest in Bangalore against the sexual harassment. Even today, it's happening. That to city like Bangalore. See, the girls' school in Madras in 1930, almost 100 years ago, women were given education in South India. You cannot imagine, you could not imagine this in North India at that time. Without parda, without burqa, without dupatta, no more exposure to girls. A common phenomenon in North India, even in 21st century. Common picture. Common picture. This is a research. Let me not give much weightage to this, but anyhow, this will be shared with you. This will be shared with you. See, son should handle the parents' funeral. A question was asked, who should perform the parents' funeral? In Karnataka, 81% parents said son must perform. In Uttar Pradesh, 84% parents said that their son should perform the final rituals, not the daughter. These are all the parameters and yardstick to describe the gender equality. Anyhow, I'll be sharing all this information with you. See, South Indian states among least likely to say men should have more rights than women. Look at it. South India is much better. Slightly more Indians say it is very important for the family to have at least one son than at least one daughter. See the religion-wise data I have given. Religion-wise. 94% Hindus say yes, at least one son. All. No religion is exception to that. Hindi belt also. Even in Hindi belt, most Hindi belt Indians completely agree that wives must always obey husband. Look at it. Look at it. Means wife should always be treated as a second-grade citizen. Wife should be all. This is the mentality. About a third of Indians say sons should have greater rights to inherit the parents' property. Look at it. Anyhow, I'm running out of my time. It's already 3:10. Let me finish my session with the final word. The final word is the great Baba Sahib Ambedkar has given a wonderful quote about the women. The Baba Sahib has given a wonderful quote. Just observe. I measure the progress of a community by the degree of progress which women have achieved. And this statement given by Ambedkar in 1952. 1952. Of course, Baba Sahib was always supported the gender equality, supported women emancipation, supported equal participation. And unfortunately, even today, Indian society is still lacking behind in maintaining the